Yo, what's up guys, welcome back for another Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro Duel video. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup, last match in the top 8. And it's pretty much starting to shape up, right? So the last match here, and then we know the 4 decks going into top 4. And yeah, the last competitor going to the left side, well in this case, right? Starting from the top 8 on a loser's bracket. Which deck has the advantage? We have two, well I guess title candidates. This could indeed be the final of this year, but we have Invoked Dragun, one of the decks are from this year. But it's from Master Rule 4, so this was an early 2020 list from the OCG, obviously. A very strong list, again, definitely a title candidate. It's going to take on Pendulums, pretty much one of the strongest Pendulum builds, as in, you know, like triple Wavering Eyes, triple Astrograph Sorcerer, and Electrumite Axis, not to forget, but also, obviously, Master Rule 4. Anyway, so going second, and, well, okay, yeah, this deck, obviously this is an OCG build, so okay, you're running multiple hand traps, Ash Blossoms, Maxi is there, so okay, going second is not that bad, especially, well, then again, going first is also sweet, right? Especially with Alistair, or, you know, Anaconda, Dragun, and Megabah is definitely very sweet. Anyway, the trap, I was trying to play around the trap card. A couple of maybe strange choices is I do opt not to, you know, special summon Caribbean just yet. Trying to force out the back row, I guess. I mean, what's the deck going to set, right? So going for Purgatrio, that's indeed getting destroyed by the trap card, and try to get a follow-up play. You know, I wanted to sacrifice both Megabah and Alistair on the field for Anaconda. And with, well, depends. I probably would have kept the, you know, my spell in hand for the potential discard card for Dragun. But the Ghost Ogre says no. So again, both hand traps here in this situation. Kind of saving Pendulums here, I guess. But yeah, well, I mean, if this wasn't game, Absolute would definitely hit the board. Decode Talker for some extra negation, you know, eventually going for Vortex. Okay, so post side deck again, number 2. I'm going first, I want to go first. Triple Call by the Grave, and you know, my ideal opening field is Anaconda, Megabah, and Dragun. And maybe with one hand trap, that should be enough, right? Especially against a deck relying on, you know, setting up the scales, maybe drawing into some hand traps maybe. But even the matches are going to force out the, well, Dragun negate. Megabah is still there to negate something, but again, this doesn't feel too strong, and here is where Pendulums kind of take the L with, you know, like opening 2 non-Pendulum monsters, and yeah, okay, the 2 traps as well, I believe. Yeah, I believe the trap card again is there, with evenly matched, yeah, indeed, the Pendulum Graph trap, and yeah, it's taking up a potential Pendulum monster space, right? I mean, it could have been like another Pendulum monster, putting it in the scales for the potential Pendulum summon. But yeah, double Dragun, Megabah was indeed destroyed by, again, you know, the combination of, was it Ash Blossom? Oh no, oh yeah, Ash Blossom got a Call Bite, indeed, okay, that's cool. So 1-1, okay, game number 3, and I go first. So now I was like, okay, definitely, you know, always side in, I believe, Mind Controls. I mean, Pendulums are not going second, right? Should they? I mean, this deck is super consistent on putting up Anaconda first turn, and either like one Anaconda Dragun with like Blossom Maxi. That's very rough for Pendulums to get over. So I, you know, sided in Mind Controls, I guess, back again, kind of telegraphing that I would go second. But again, this is not that strong of a hand of Pendulums, and again, a very similar hand, right? I mean, there was like Ogre, again the Pendulum Graph trap, unless that was searched. Not really sure. The Blossom again. But yeah, that's how it is. So again, getting Almirage on the board, and yeah, Dragun is still on the field for the potential negation, and kinda sacky. I definitely give this in for me. I mean, trying another Mind Control definitely helps out, kind of preventing the Iris, I believe the name is, to trigger, right, getting a search. So okay, Ken going second, Harpy's Feather Duster blowing away the back row, no trap card this time, it was the Pendulum Graph spell, and the Veiler was definitely super clutch, preventing Joker from getting the surge, but running to Maxi. So I was like, okay, that's a problem, giving Pendulums a couple of draws, but I mean, ending on Megabah with the potential discard being either monster or spell, and Impermanence is one of the scales, right? So I'm still having the Impermanence on one of the, or you know, in the same column as one of the scales. So I guess that's okay, but Maxi is definitely going to help out. I believe I already used Makaba, preventing the second Wisdom Eye Magician from, you know, resolving, but the Wavering Eyes definitely was a problem. And not really sure, again, this is Pendulum's Master Rule 4. Makaba is already forced out. I'm going to keep the Impermanence for the... for Electrumite, right? And okay, this is indeed a weak Electrumite. Then again, Electrumite could have gotten back, like, you know, a pop, a draw, Astrograph, Sorcerer, and a trap, right? Oh yeah, that would have been very good. But yeah, the Impermanence says no. And again, Maxi giving actually both decks, right? Yeah, indeed, both decks. A couple of pluses, 2, 3 pluses, draws as a... I mean, draws, like 2 or 3 draws for each player. But here, yeah, the Pancratops also would have been very sweet, but... it wasn't even needed, and you know, you can't leave your field like that against a deck that's access to, or at least that has access to Dragun. And yeah, this fourth duel was very, very quick, but again, the Joker, that effect failure on Joker was very crucial. I mean, it was either triple failure or triple impermanence, right? Like, I believe the deck is running triple impermanence. So... that's Pendulums. Going first, it's especially post-side deck, like main decking a couple of hand traps, I believe one Maxi, some Blossoms, maybe a Ghost Ogre, evenly matched, or maybe, you know, like dropping Ghost Ogre for an Evil Link, not sure about that. But, you know, it's risky, especially for Pendulums, and didn't really work out, but again, like triple Maxi, because this is an OCG list, definitely works for, you know, Dragun Invoked. So Dragun Invoked moves on to the top, you know, to the top 4, but I mean, Pendulums is still in the tournament, and it's going to take on PK Orcust. Yeah, indeed. So next matchup we have on the left side, we have, as you see here, Zodiacs versus Good Stuff Link. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.